Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is episode number 510 for comics originally releasing May the 29th, 2019. Before Drew and I get into what's coming out in your local comic shops this coming Wednesday, Drew, we missed a couple weeks and we got all kinds of things to catch up on, talk about.
Yeah, people are worried about us. Eric Wolf sent us an email, kind of sums up what we were getting, what most of our feedback consisted of. He says, "Hey, are you guys okay?"
Wait, can I guess? Is it blaming me for vacations?
No. This was concern.
Okay.
Are you guys okay? I haven't seen your podcast in a little while. I hope you guys are okay. Really enjoy your shows, Eric Wolf. And we got a lot of that. We got a lot of just straight up boo. We got a lot of I believe that was just Joe that left us that one. We got some this is unacceptable from Alan. We got we got a lot of feedback on where we were and how dare us.
Yeah.
How dare us take 2 weeks off.
And now
Kyle,
2 weeks ago I was in fact camping, and I did.
Yes.
I was out in the woods, roasting marshmallows over an open flame, and haha, that's just something I do. The 1 week ago today was a bit of a cluster that was a little on it. I woke up in the morning. I didn't have to work till the latter half of the day, but I was shuffling kids and things around, and then I heard a giant from my basement as I was rummaging upstairs, which was
this
the
is
sound.
your origin story. You got superpowers.
Yes, exactly. I have become binary. No, my water heater friggin' exploded. My 1986 40-gallon gas water heater went just nuclear. Not really, but my city decided to put in new. I don't know if anybody cares about this, but I'm going to get techie because I had to do the research because I was all angry and ticked off, and it cost me $600 to fix things, but I digress. So the city put in new water meters, and when they did that, they put in check valves, which therefore closed my water system. And so when water in a water heater heats up, it expands, and normally that pushes back out into your waterway, and everything's fine. But when they did all of this, they closed it off, so therefore when I'm blaming my wife, she took an extra long shower, and when all that water had to reheat up, created pressure. Normally a pop-off valve would do it, but for some odd reason it decided to just blow the side of my water heater out. So
wow.
Thankfully I was home to get buckets and try to contain the 40 gallons plus the entirety of the straight line from the line in. And plus, we have a weird bit of calcium in our water. And this was an old water heater, so I had 30 years of calcium in this water heater, so it essentially, when it exploded and shot, it also shot, picture glue and sand mixed together. 30 years where it just shot it all over my basement. Yes, comics are all fine, different room, up above, no comics were destroyed in the making of this nuclear mess. But that put me on a drying and cleaning and re-rigging water heaters and buying expansion tanks and galvanized piping to copper piping to flex lines to all that crap to get everything and I was planning on waiting a little longer for Drew that evening, and I fell asleep. So
yeah,
it was a nightmare day.
And I had something going on too, so we tried to line it up, and then it just didn't work out. It just didn't work out. We tried to make the best of it, and I applaud Kyle for trying to work around tragedy in his basement. And not the first tragedy that's happened.
No, both of them caused by my city. Oy vey.
It's kind of cursed.
Yeah.
But yeah, folks, here's the deal. All right.
Life comes at you fast.
Summer is a series of camping trips. The majority of them are going to be taken by Kyle. I do also have a camper that I begrudgingly venture forth to once or twice this summer. So summer's going to be rough, and the weekly cadence is not going to be intact from here on out. I'm sure we're going to miss another one or two. So,
and while Drew and I have tried the solo cast, I think
suck.
it is possibly the worst thing ever put to broadcast. If you guys like my weird monotone 10-minute things where I just drone on and lose my voice and cough and take a drink and try to get through it, I can try. I just think, I'm like, man, nobody likes these. Why would I do it? I recorded one the 1 week and hated it so much I immediately deleted it.
And we have had a lot of people reach out to us about being guests and co-stars, and that's definitely a possibility. We could do co-host fill-ins. Logistically, sometimes it just doesn't work out. There really is a finite window of time when I can record.
And myself.
Yeah.
I have to put all children and wife to bed before.
So, yeah, it just might, I don't know what to tell you. We're not dependable.
But in all reality, I miss you guys as well. I felt, it's been 2 weeks since I've recorded these, and I feel withdrawal symptoms coming on. Yep. So we will and continue to do everything in our power to continue to have a weekly podcast.
Yes. And let's go to another on a good note. Congratulations to our Twitter contest winners. They are Andre Warner and Alan Middleton. So we're happy that you guys won. We split up Jason's wonderful signed comics.
We sent Wolf something from Marvel, right?
I don't remember who got what. I hope so. We probably should have sent him a Moon Girl, but there wasn't one in there. And we're happy that worked out. We thank Jason for his kind donation of those comics, and people really do win. Yeah. Now I have your physical addresses, and I can stalk both of you.
If it's got white powder and it's from Ohio, don't open it.
Don't open it. It also, if you do hear ambient noises on this podcast tonight, unfortunately, it is the annual Moonshine Festival outside my back door, and it is garden tractor pull night. I know, living high on the hog up here, but they're grown men on little lawn tractors.
Souped up lawn tractors.
And they are pulling weight up a street and back a street, and sometimes it gets loud.
Well, coincidentally, slightly hopped up on moonshine.
Yes. And there's moonshine flowing, so there you go.
Celebrating the prohibition that made its way straight to Chicago.
Hey, let's talk comics now that we're
an
hour into the episode.
Now that we've had water heater talk and moonshine chorus.
We missed some comic sales numbers for April. So let's take a quick look at April. Looks to me like War of the Realms was on top with 187,000 copies of its first issue. I would have never guessed that.
Would not have either.
Symbiote Spider-Man launched at number 2 with its first issue, 165,000. Wouldn't have thought it would have done that well. Batman Who Laughs, number 4, took the third spot with 100,000. I thought that was pretty good. And then Immortal Hulk makes a huge jump from I don't know what it was last week. I don't have that chart up, but it's now to the top 4 book for its 16th issue, and it sold 90,000 copies. I don't believe there were any special covers on that outside of the norm. Could that just be word of mouth building those sales?
People
Kyle?
just jumping on it. Could be. I can't remember anything.
But that's amazing. So it cracked the top. Immortal Hulk is a top 5 book now. Batman 69 and 68 take up the 5th and 6th slot with 88,000 copies and 87,000 copies. Very close, but still continuing to drop slowly. Actually, no, it looks like 68 had 87 and 69 had 88. So it's kind of rising again.
Yep.
So who knows? We've got some news on that later as well. Let's see. We've got Thanos, that first issue relaunch. They're trying it again, and there were 81,000 copies of that one selling to get the 7th slot. Heroes in Crisis is losing some steam as it goes on. Its 8th issue is under 80,000 now, with 79,000. And Web of Venom, Cult of Carnage, its first issue, 77,000 copies. And then rounding out the top 10, I won't call it the top 11, are both Amazing Spider-Man.
There you go.
20 and 19, which did 75,000 on average there. So, top 3 over 100,000 again, and then it plummets from there. Big surprise on that Immortal Hulk, at least for me. I did not see that one coming.
Yeah, Immortal Hulk 90,000. The 15th issue 57,000, a 57% increase.
Pretty impressive.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty darn good. As you glance down the rest of this top 300, does anything pop out at you that?
Yeah, while of course Detective Comics on the wane from 1,000 went from its 500,000 copies down, it still stayed impressively above 60,000 for 1001 and 1002. So there are many who stuck the ride.
Yeah. We had a couple of Ahoy Comics offerings this month. Bronze Age Boogie, its first issue did 7,800. It was really a good one. Planet of the Nerds #1, which was a pick. I believe it was my pick a few weeks ago.
Yeah, heck yeah.
It did not do well. 2,500 copies. Nobody likes it.
There you go. We have a reorder activity for Detective Comics 1000 at rank 26 on this, which pushes it above 600,000 in total with the reorder and the original order.
That's amazing.
Poor Walking Dead at rank 31. Only 42,177 of issue 190.
Which is really great.
Which is awesome for us.
Because it's something happened in that. And 191 also something happened. We think. It hasn't come out yet. But
now one of us gave up on Walking Dead at 190 before 190,
yes.
And one of us has held strong.
Yes. I am the one who gave up the month that something happened that spiked it. So I had to, like a schlub, I had to go run out to the LCS and grab them off the shelf.
Peasant paying your retail price.
I paid retail price for them.
And I'd just like to say thank you for jumping off the book, therefore causing the spike. Drew, I very much appreciate it.
Yeah. So anytime you need me, I'm the bad luck Chuck of comics industry. So you just let me know, and I can help you out. In other news from this, the market share was pretty amazing.
Do those talks. Never mind. Yeah, sorry, I was going through the actual list.
I forgot to do that. I should have led this off. Marvel took 50% of the market share.
Jeez.
I don't remember the last time it had a 50 burger as its percentage of unit share, which is pretty amazing. DC did 25, and Image did 7. Everybody else was 2, 1 below. So Marvel shenanigans be damned. They work, and they're the only company that's figured out how to move units. Yeah. Now, they did ship 118 items in the top 300.
Well, I mean, 75 of those are War of the Realms.
Yeah, and DC shipped 66, so that's almost double.
There you go.
So really, they should have doubled their unit sales because they shipped twice as many as DC, and Image only shipped 34. They used to be up above 50.
Yeah, no kidding.
Pretty recently.
So, Image, what's up?
So yeah, there's a lot of hiatus laws or something. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I thought that was pretty amazing, and a pretty dominant month for Marvel. So hats off. You've cracked the code.
Yeah.
Put out a lot of stuff. Put a lot of covers on them. Ta-da!
Flood the market and reap the rewards.
Yep. So now back to individual standouts for you.
Yeah.
I will look at. I thought Naomi 4 would be a lot higher than 19,000 copies. The way it's heated up on the secondary market, assuming 5 and 6 will creep up.
Now, is that a limited run? Do we have an end date on that?
No.
Okay,
no.
I could not remember on that.
Pretty sure it's going to be an ongoing now.
Yeah, pump it.
Yeah, if it wasn't before. But no, I think the Wonder Comics line were launched as ongoings until they're not.
Gotcha.
But you never know. Wonder Twins could end. It's not great.
Mm-hmm.
Dial H feels like it could be a 6-issue miniseries too. So who knows? We'll see. They might find an audience.
Yeah. So many
Anything
War of the
else?
Realms title. My goodness.
Yeah. A lot of Doomsday Clock final printings on here. I noticed that there's still a lot of interest in that book.
Yeah.
Get back to
Punk Mambo #1 from Valiant at rank 100 with 18,000.
Yeah, as Spawn's got 4 issues before it hits 300, and with Walking Dead, kind of it losing some steam, although we think it's going to gain some with 191 on. But if it returns to losing steam again, you're going to see Spawn outpace Walking Dead.
Yeah, I'm kidding. Although, unless the things that have happened recently re-spark some interest.
Right. Which is pretty much what I just said, but that's okay.
I mean,
sometimes you like to rephrase me.
Well, I mean, I think...
Or you don't listen.
Okay, I think it will, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I have
I
faith
agree.
that it will.
I agree. Paper Girls is it ending at 30? Is that what we've determined?
Yes, that sounds right.
Yeah. So it's only got a few more issues left.
And in our apology of the week at rank 191, it looks like Marvel has tricked 8,470 people into buying Mighty Thor 3D #1 for $8. So
you really hated that.
That just, I apologize to those people or whoever was tricked by said properties.
Mm. Anything else in there jumping out at you? That pretty much cover it.
Pretty much covers it. A lot of the same.
Yeah.
Reorder on Naomi #1. Yeah. Okay, we're good.
Well, let's take a look at Cover Price's top 10. What's the top selling eBay trends for the week of May 24th, this week? Number 1 it was an Atlas comic called The Brute.
Okay.
And they sold 64 copies of this book. It's a 25 center from
1975.
Yeah. So the entire Atlas library has been purchased for a media deal. And this is the first appearance of The Brute. So that's why that one has spiked.
Okay.
Which I thought was interesting. And on this the same top 10 list is also The Destructor from Atlas. It sold 50 copies. The Scorpion from Atlas Comics also. Morlock 2001 so is really hot. So this whole anything Atlas Comics related. The Grim Ghost is on here. So these all Tiger Man. Jesus, I keep finding them. Iron Jaw, Tiger Man, Iron Jaw. Is that it, please? Okay, I think that's all of the Atlas Comics. So kind of dominates the trends for eBay.
Wolf
movement.
the Barbarian.
Yeah. Who knew? So I would imagine this is quarter bin fodder.
Yeah.
So go look for the Atlas.
Anything Atlas. Grab it, stash it. You're it's like picking out $10 bills out of your quarter bins. Yeah.
So another great news is Four Kids Walk Into a Bank
Hey.
has spiked because Matthew Rosenberg said he's working on the screenplay adaptation.
I have this signed. I should probably sell it.
I have tons of these. I have a stack of these.
Did you take one to get signed? I'm pretty sure you did.
Yeah, I have them signed by both creators and the limited edition.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Squirt gun. So I'm excited. I'm not selling it. I'm going to keep it forever.
Oh, that's right. You have the physical squirt. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And let's see. We have Naomi, the number 5. Just moving a ton.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. And then we have a What If 114. What if Secret Wars? What if Secret Wars 25 years later? And it's the first appearance of Sharon Carter, also known as the Crusader. So I don't know what that means.
I'm unaware.
Why that would spike? But they're selling for $15 a piece. And I'm gonna have to do a little digging to find out what that's about. If there's something that happened recently that I missed out on.
And did you see rank 11?
Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 6.
Kyle's pick of the week. Our Spider Bite.
Oh yeah. Did you read it by any chance?
No.
Well, it was.
He's like
nothing.
Yeah, he's a child.
Yes, just a kid.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not going to be on there.
So now.
Again.
It's still asking high.
Yeah. Wolf the Barbarian number 1 selling really well. Phoenix number 1. Major X is still moving. Some of these I don't have.
Incredible Hulk 377 is your Professor Hulk, so still a few things from Avengers Endgame holding on.
Yes. Very sweet. All right. Anything else on that?
That is all.
But yeah, so Atlas Comics, who knew?
Crazy.
Right? Let's take a look at the FOC. I know we haven't looked at this for a while, and for those of you who are on the FOC list, you got a bonus last week.
Yeah.
Which I was really kicking myself we didn't get to talk about this. Because coinciding with the FOC last week was a Marvel Flash variant sale from Diamond that Eric incorporated into a separate FOC ad list that you could pull the trigger on, and there were probably 300 Marvel variants on that list, and all for reasonably priced, like $2 to $4.
Mm-hmm.
Some great stuff. There was some Immortal Hulk on there. There was Venom, early Venom variants. I scooped up some Moon Knight, but if you weren't signed up to be on the FOC list, you probably missed out.
Yeah.
Unless your FOC hooked you up, but I'm guessing they didn't, because they would probably just put them on their shelves for themselves and not pass it on like Cowabunga does. So another reason to sign up for the FOC list, because even if we're not around, Eric's still around.
Yeah, he's much more dependable and reliable than we are.
Much more. So let's. I'm itching to dig into an FOC again and see what's out there.
All right, before we dig into the FOC and find out what Drew and myself think you may need to add or subtract from your pull list for the next few weeks, we've got a few things that Eric has shown to us in his email. He's, of course, talking about Naomi number 6, telling us that even 5 is doing well, so might as well grab 6. From IDW Publishing, we have Usagi Yojimbo number 1, which I assume Drew is getting a copy of.
It's in color.
Stan Sakai, and a nice color book with a beautiful Usagi Yojimbo cover. We have Guardians of the Galaxy number 6, written by Donny Cates, with a David Marquez cover there for number 6. And War of the Realms number 6 of 6, and he's talking about the Del Mundo Young Guns variant that he can hook you up with a deal for, with a really nice Thor cover on that one. But, Drew, let's get in and see if we can find anything else other than the stuff that Eric has pointed to us.
Oh, I was looking at the Dark Horse, and this Trout Hollow West Knock #1.
That is an awful title.
Is an awful title, but when you click on it, it just says Trout.
Okay.
And I missed this. I guess the Hollow West Knock is the name of the story arc.
Yeah, 4 issues.
Trout. So the Trout is the book. I really like the cover art. I think it's really nice. It's Troy Nixie doing the art. Dave Stewart's involved. He's a good colorist. So this is something I kind of missed. I think it was because the solicit didn't do it much justice, but yeah, it's got some weird stuff happening in the solicit. But yeah, check that out because the art really looks amazing.
Sometimes weird is good.
Troy Nixie. So I'm not familiar with that person. So it might be worth $2 and a nice flyer.
Speaking of weird, WYRD #4, Weird #4, available from Dark Horse if you're on that book.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all until DC. What about yourself?
Yeah, those were the two. Yep.
Aquaman 49, we got a wonderful Joshua Middleton B cover for Aquaman. Kind of far away, but still a very neat looking cover. All leading to the next landmark Aquaman 50. Mother Shark. Do we know Mother Shark? Is Mother Shark a thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Gotcha. Batman 73, and our B cover is Ben Oliver. Nice one there. Oh, we did. When do we want to talk about Batman?
After.
Okay, moving on. Let's check out Nightwing 61's variant, because I'm always curious. Warren Lewell.
Wonderful.
Not bad. Not bad.
I'm sure that's exactly how he pronounces his name.
Louw. I've never seen that in my life.
Do you think he says, "Hi, I'm Ben Lou"?
Okay, so Lou is Lou, and then a W. Lewell.
Okay.
I'm sure
that's exactly how. I'm sure it's how it rolls off the tongue.
Would you like to give it a shot?
Lewell. Done.
I hate you so much.
Yeah, there's that Usagi. Oh, Kevin Eastman doing a Usagi. I gotta check that out.
I guess we've moved down to IDW. I usually try to give people a heads up when we do that.
That's good. That's vintage Eastman.
Yeah. So you getting it? Are we? You enjoyed your last Usagi?
Oh, I'm definitely getting it. I'm not getting the $100 Eastman cover.
Gotcha. Just sticking with Sakai on the first one. Be like, this one's good enough.
This one's good enough. Yeah. Oh yeah, I like Usagi, and I think in color it's going to be an interesting experience. I hope he doesn't, now that he's at IDW, doesn't start writing for the trade, because I really like the one and done nature of it.
We also have Kanto #1, David Bucher and Drew Zucker. Kanto's adventure begins enslaved for generations. Kanto's people once had hearts. Now they have clocks. When slavers damage a little tin girl's clock beyond repair, Kanto must brave his strange and fantastic world to bring back her heart. Can he overcome the dangers that await to save the ones he loved? This is an all-ages fable inspired by Wizard of Oz and Dante's Inferno. So a little all-agey, but interesting. A 6-issue mini.
Nothing else for me in IDW.
All right, let's head on down to Image.
Murder Falcon trade. I cannot recommend that enough. It was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Really cool. Really great use of the B cover.
Mm-hmm.
Great use of just fun story, surprise, came out of nowhere. Just really good stuff.
I'm guessing that lawn tractor got quite far, Drew.
You heard
That one I heard. I hadn't heard a lot of it, but that one came through good. Let's see. Criminal 2 and 3 going to a second printing. All right. Anything else in Image, sir?
No.
Nothing jumps out to me, unfortunately, either. Oh, Assassination number 4. I'd heard good things about this.
I love the first 2 issues of this. I haven't read 3, but I really love the first 2.
Of course, written by Kyle Starks. A very interesting cover on that one.
Yeah, it's great. It started with like a 20 different assassins.
Yeah.
Each individually rendered by, what's her name? Erica Henderson.
Mm-hmm.
And there are less than that now. But
because Assassin's going to do what Assassin's going to do.
Yeah, but it's still really, really good.
Yeah. All right. Let's head on down to Marvel.
Daredevil, really good. Really, really good with Zdarsky at the helm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying it almost as much as I enjoyed the Mark Waid, Chris Samney run a few volumes ago. It's really up there. Not quite that good, but
now, Drew, can I sell you on a Howard the Duck facsimile edition?
You know, I just last week was in the shop and saw that they had the Alpha Flight facsimile, and I looked at it and I was like, why? But Howard the Duck, maybe. I don't know.
As much as I wanted to lampoon it, I was like, maybe. This looks kind of cool.
Maybe. I mean, I don't think it's that hard to find.
Yeah, it's not a grail, but it's a
did
conversation
get
piece.
It did get snapped up during the everybody speculating that with the cameo in one of the movies. I can't remember which one it was. Maybe a Thor or something.
Yeah. Guardians, if I remember.
Yeah. So it's higher than it should be. So maybe that's why.
Voiced by Seth Green. So we'll see what we can do. Silver Surfer Black going to a second print. The first issue of that. Star Wars 67. We have a Sienkiewicz variant. A very, very nice homage to Carrie Fisher. But as I click on it, it is no longer a Sienkiewicz variant, if I believe what Previews World has written. So I am unaware of who made that.
Yeah, I hate it when they get the things all mixed up. You never know. You don't know who to trust. Too bad. You still reading Star Wars?
Nope. Quit. Some of the one shots and the Age of Republics and those kind of things, but as far as the mainline title or any of the Vader line titles,
it's not great.
It's not.
It's really not. It's really not great anymore.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for something to happen. I just need to dump it. But it's the only one I read anymore, so I feel bad.
Tell me when you dump it so I can buy a couple copies.
That's true. It's true. It'll be a really interesting, awesome something will happen.
True Believers, Spider-Man Spidey Fights in London, #1. A $1 version of the 1963 Spider-Man 95.
And the wedding of Aunt May and Doc Ock.
Heyo.
Also at True Believers. The 6th War of the Realms, which I've set out.
Yep.
So I don't know what's going on in War of the Realms, but I think there's something about Valkyrie happening. Is that what I'm hearing?
Sure. If
Jane
you want,
Foster
there's an Arthur,
alive again?
There's an Arthur Adams deep ratio variant that you may be the only person in the world to go to, so this may be one to reach for.
Wow.
$600. We've seen a couple of cases where these kind of deep into the run high ratio variants are just stupid rare, and we've seen them spike on eBay because there's like 4.
Yeah. And it's got to be the right combination of desirable and rare.
Yeah, you got a combination.
And how do you know? You know, what would you think that the 6th issue of something in a stupid miniseries event miniseries should really be a sought-after book.
Yeah, so I'm guessing this is a
think so.
1 in 500. So how many shops in the world will reach 500 deep on a War of the Realms 6?
Yeah, I don't know. Kyle, we got another FOC Faithless sighting. I guess we're done with...
I was trying to talk speculation, but Drew would like to move on. So let's see what else we can find.
What, are you still talking about
No,
the
we're
1
good.
in 600?
No, we're good. We're good.
I thought you were done.
What do we got from Boom, Drew? What do we got from
And
Boom?
W's are at the bottom. I assumed you were done. What else are you talking about? What else do you have to say?
There's a bunch of variants. I didn't know if anything else looked good to you.
No, they didn't.
All right, moving on.
Faithless.
Okay, apparently you don't care about Wolverine Infinity Watch number 5.
I guess I do not. Sorry about that.
Black Badge number 11 from Boom Studios.
Go ahead. You have the first two Faithless.
Yes.
You went heavy.
You
went heavy
on Faithless.
So what are you doing for 3?
I will continue to get the naughty variant and the regular variant. I can't remember if I did or not, though, actually. I'd gone heavy on the first, and I think I went one of each on the second. I can't remember what I did on the third.
But are you doing the FOC exclusive for the third? That's my question.
That is a good question. It's only a 5-issue. Yeah, I should put me down for that.
But you're okay. But what about the regular A and B?
I'm pulling up things now.
See if you even ordered it.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah, to see. I don't know what I do on a daily basis. I'll have to find out. I'll flesh my order out today.
Fleshy.
Heyo. And it looks about all in Boom.
Yeah. Another Red Sonja, Vampirella, Buddy, and Veronica crossover.
Yeah, there's a lot.
They cross over these people a lot with other things. I mean, are people just clamoring for these crossovers? I don't know.
Yeah, they didn't.
I'm not.
They didn't go too... Like, some of these are neat when they go deep on some of the artists, but they didn't seem to.
Yeah. So, can I just... Are we in the back half?
Yep,
I can just skip
move
around however I want to.
Yep.
'Cause I don't want to violate the terms of your understanding of how FOC
Well,
works.
since when have you listened?
I don't.
Okay.
So, Walk Through Hell, number 11.
You really are going all the way to the end. My goodness.
Oh my God, Walk Through Hell is twisted. I mean, wild book. If you're not reading it, pick up a trade, man. Hardcover. It's great, Garth Ennis. It's really good stuff. Just they're. I'm done. I really enjoyed the last few issues.
There you go. We have Psy Lords from Valiant Comics. This is your Fred Van Lente.
Now, I could get a Valiant Universe handbook and learn all I need to know about Valiant for only $2.59.
Hey, it seems like an investment to me. I like it.
Ah. And that is all I have.
That is all we have for you today. So, a couple things to maybe add, not forget about, catch up on. A couple little things we just want to make sure you have a reminder that you can still get these if your LCS does the FOC. There's some things that we can continue to add.
So we noted a Batman 79 there. We've noted that Batman is slightly further down on the list than it normally is in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's what, 6 and what do we say, 6 and 7, 5 and 6, something like that.
Yeah.
So still in the top 10,
Oh, yeah.
but not the top selling ongoing, because Immortal Hulk is now the top selling ongoing. At least for a month.
Yeah.
So, this news has trickled up to DC management, and they have decided that Tom King's 104 issue planned run is not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That he is going to leave at Batman 85. And so what is that? Do the math on that for me. Is that about 19 issues less than he was going to do?
Sounds about right.
Or
14.
4 trades?
Yeah.
3-4 trades.
Mm.
Is he going to jump to what he was going to do in that last arc for the end? Or is he going to say, if you're not going to let me tell the story I want to, you're not going to find out what I was going to do? Are we going to get our wedding? Are we going to get anything? Who's going to be on Batman next? What's going to happen to Tom King? I have lots of questions.
I mean, knowing Tom King, there's some filler usually in what he writes. If he cuts out the filler, I don't think he'll miss a beat.
And he's under contract. He's an exclusive writer with DC. So where do we want him to go?
New characters. I mean, just hopefully he's writing something new.
I guess I need to poll you. Do you like Tom King?
I do.
I do too. Okay. So, yeah, I'm curious as to who they're going to stick on Batman. I hope it's not Bendis. He's not the answer for everything. I think he's doing a fine job over at the Soup books and his World books. If you could get Tom Taylor, I hate to do another Tom, but if you could pull Tom Taylor over to take on Batman, I think that'd be great. Who else? Who else could take on Batman and make me interested? Scott Snyder again?
Go back to Snyder.
I mean, do you really want to see him again? I mean, he's still doing Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah, and aren't they doing that? Oh, shoot. They're doing something that just came out. Or that's just coming out. The Long Night, or is that just Capullo?
Well, that's part of the Batman Who Laughs
That's right.
thing. Yeah, it's like 3 different... Yeah. Yes, it is. And it's good. And he'll be done with it soon, so I guess it makes sense, but I don't know. I mean, no one has had Batman coming out for twice a month and maintained 100,000 copy sales twice a month, like Tom King has.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody else had the chance, but so we'll see. Will anybody be able to sell a twice monthly book over 100,000 again? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Batman will continue to be Batman at times. I mean, there'll be something very interesting that'll catch everybody.
Okay. So it relaunches. Was it going to relaunch as another number 1 when they bring on somebody new?
Rebirther.
Yeah.
No, just keep it going.
So 86 will just have a new creative team on it.
Yes.
So that's not going to spike anything, is it?
Maybe. I'll jump back on for fun.
So you have dropped Batman.
Correct.
Okay.
And I didn't make it that far. I think I only made it to like 30.
So what do we do with our Tom King run of Batman?
Sell early, because if it's anything like the Snyder ran and New 52, once we move on, we move on.
So sell it?
Yep.
Man. I've got so much.
I mean, because what's a wedding that didn't happen? What's there to come back on? What's there to build upon? What's there to really even reference?
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Mm.
Yeah. That's a bummer. That's a total bummer. Yeah. I want to see somebody. I don't know who it is. I don't know who I want, I guess. I mean, do I want a new creator on it, or do I want just a trusted creator on it to right the ship? I don't know if the ship is even needs writing.
I want new. I want fresh.
New and fresh.
Yep.
And do you want them to get a long run, or you just want a series of new people coming in and taking over arcs, like they did for Detective?
Here's something new. Give them 50.
Give them 50.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Never going to see anybody take a crack at 100 again.
I mean, let's start with 50.
I mean, King's going to have had 85, and I don't know how far back you'd have to go before you found an 85 issue run of somebody writing Batman.
Yeah.
Or at least, I guess he did sit out a couple when they did that crossover thing. Although he was involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Kind of a shake-up. Kind of a, that's...
Just something different than we thought was going to happen. So that's in itself something.
Yeah. I guess I've kind of been out of the Walmart game as they rounded out and went to issue 10 of all those books. I just was like, okay, I'm done. I'm done scrounging these up and hawking them on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
Although there's still people selling a lot of Walmart books on eBay.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, now they're doing some Marvel variants, which I missed out on.
Yeah.
So the first one came out, and it was Captain Marvel #1, and it was a Walmart variant. It was scooped up pretty quickly at all the Walmart stores, and they're going to do it again. So there's a Fantastic Four #10 that's a Walmart variant, Black Cat #1 that's a Walmart variant, Symbiote Spider-Man #1, Tony Stark Iron Man #12, and these are all Walmart variants. I don't know when they're coming out, but you should probably check for them because they're doing quite well in the secondary market.
Yeah, because the Captain Marvel is the same is essentially the same cover, art germ cover as the one, just slightly different. Exclusive. They're calling it like a long-haired variant, so they changed like her hair, I guess.
Yeah, like $15.
Yeah.
I don't know what they cost in the store, so worth checking out.
Mm-hmm.
So just when you thought the Walmart stuff was dead.
Yeah. Okay, so the original art germ cover has her with the short hair, and then the Walmart variant has her with the long flowing hair. But it's the same body art and everything.
Makes sense.
So subtle differences, but two differences make a set. So
yeah.
Out of all these, which one do you think you'll look for?
Probably a Symbiote.
That's what I was just about to say, especially because it sold well. It was up at the top of our list.
Yeah, so there's enough interest in that that somebody will.
Is this Black Cat one like J. Scott Campbell or something?
Could be.
Ooh.
Could be. All right, let's do sneak peek then.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
So let's head over to previewsworld.com. We're going to look at May 29th, 2019. We'll find that in our new releases. We'll go over, let me find my table view. And Drew, let's start where we love to start. Let's start in Image.
We've got Spawn 297. I'm hearing a lot of people talking about hopping back on in the March to 300. These Matinas always sell well, so might be something worth looking for. And then we have Walking Dead 191, which is a second printing. Looks very similar to the first printing.
Yep.
But something happened in that. We know not a lot of things are being sold, and we think Walking Dead 192 is going to have confirmation of that thing that happened in Walking Dead 191. So we're anticipating that to be a really big one.
Saga Deluxe hardcover number 3, issues 37 through 54, 18 issues for $50. Get it if you got the other two. Third printing on
that...
Little Bird. Holy crap.
Yeah, that must have happened while we were away.
Now, are you doing spawns? Because we talked about if it's worth jumping into spawns leading up to 300.
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna try to come through my boxes and pull all my spawns, so that if there is
And just ride the wave.
Yes, if there's a resurged interest, I have tons of spawn floating around here because I was on a Matina kick for a while and picking up all these spawns, so I need to probably pull those out and put a nice little lot together.
There you go. Let's head on down to Dark Horse.
Bad Luck Chuck enjoyed the first 2 issues of that, so its 3rd issue is coming out. Yet another Stranger Things.
The Adventures of 6, whoever that may be. Alright, IDW.
Amber Blake is really great. So I read the first 2 issues of that as well. Its 3rd issue was out. Really, really fun series. Like it a lot. Man, I love those Eastman B covers of Turtles. I don't know why. It just hits something.
Something about Eastman warms the cockles of your heart.
It does.
Down to DC, we have Catwoman's Annual. Of course, Joelle Jones on writing and cover art.
Did you, by any chance, get a chance to read that Transformers #1?
I haven't yet.
It wasn't bad.
I'll pick it up. I got it sitting right here beside me, actually.
Batman Last Night on Earth. I'm excited about this. They took a little extra time on it. Capullo added some extra pages, I think, to tell the story. I'm surprised how much I like the Bat Who Laughs storyline.
Yeah.
And so this is going to kind of finish off with another combination of Capullo and Snyder, and put them. They're going to take a break, I think, from Dark Knight's Metal after this. I think that's what I heard.
And they actually, DC actually made a trailer for this comic book.
That's pretty cool.
A 30-second trailer that you can check out. Well, worth watching. Definitely get you hyped for this book. So we have the Dog Days of Summer #1. This seems to be the quarterly seasonal book that DC puts out, where a bunch of creators and artists put little snippets of things into print form. Some of them have been good. There's usually 1 or 2 really good stories in it. We get the re-emergence of Bat-Cow. Haven't seen him since Batman Incorporated.
Wow, yeah. I had heard that Doomsday Clock was going to come out on the same day as Doomsday Clock 10 and 11 were going to come out on the same day.
Oh, jeez.
But that's not the case. So it looks like just Doomsday Clock 10 is finally here.
There you go.
Pay no attention to that January 2019 order code. It's months and months before that it was supposed to come out. So this is really a great book, but it's going to read so much better in trade for y'all.
Yeah.
Than it is for me.
1000%. Superman Leviathan Rising Special #1. Brian Michael Bendis, Matt Fraction, Greg Rucka, Mark Andreyko. $10. An all-star roster of writers and artists highlight the new threat of Leviathan, but also tease up new ongoing series from Jimmy Olsen by Fraction and Lieber, and Lois Lane by Rucka and Perkins, coming in June.
Yeah. I was surprised how excited you were about this.
Yeah. I don't think it'll outsell Last Night on Earth, but I think it'll be pretty good.
Yeah. The final Heroes in Crisis. I think that was so poorly received
Jeez.
that I'm thinking that Heroes in Crisis was more of a reason to yank
Tom King
off Batman than his performance on Batman, but I could be wrong. I mean, a lot of folks hate this book. I like it. It's just so slow.
Yeah. But there should be room in the world of comics for a slow reader.
Should be. But there's only like 7 grumpy old men reading comics anymore, and they whine and cry and
they all have
complain.
They all have podcasts.
They all have Twitter accounts.
Oh no. Send to Marvel.
I have really enjoyed this Amazing Spider-Man event from Nick Spencer, the Hunted event. It's really great.
Incredible Hulk 181 Facsimile Edition 2.0, proving that Marvel has no scruples whatsoever.
Wow, they're going back to the well for the first Immortal Hulk with a 5th printing. I thought we were doing final printings on these things. They should be gone, right?
Marvel's not doing final printings. Marvel will never do final printings.
Oh, DC's the one
Yeah,
that did.
Marvel will continue to plunk out whatever you would have them plunk out. But it's working, so I can't say nothing.
So facsimile editions that have new printings are is that the same printing as that?
I imagine
'Cause it's not saying it's 2nd or 3rd or 4th or anything. What does that
It
mean?
means we just pushed the reset button and printed more of them and handed them out. And they're going to look exactly like the previous facsimile editions.
And we won't be able to tell.
Correct.
Wow. I don't like that. That's a bad practice.
Hey, Marvel, don't do that again.
Don't do that. Put a number on it.
Yeah. They did, 181.
Nice one.
Thanos, number 1, going to a 2nd print. And 2 out as well today.
Craven's Last Hunt is a True Believers for $1.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff there. X-23. See what's happening in its 12th issue. That looks good. We got the X-Men
Ashley
Grand
Witter
Design.
cover is really cool.
Is that X-23?
Yeah,
Yeah, she does good stuff. She needs to get more work.
she does.
But she's super slow, so I guess covers is about it for her. I'm still waiting on Scorers 4, by the way. What the hell was that, Ashley? Why do we have 3 Grand Design Extinction number 1s when only 2 were solicited?
There is a corner box variant.
What the hell's that? What's that about?
I don't know. It's a cool looking book, though.
I'm pretty sure they only got solicited with 2 covers.
Well, then maybe the 3rd one is going to be a little rarer than the rest, and we could find that out.
It makes me mad.
Sorry. Let's head on down to
Who do you
Dynamite.
think you?
Nothing
Yeah,
there.
We'll leave you alone, Marvel.
Boom.
So Lumberjane's doing a number 1 then,
Lumberjanes,
or is that a spinoff?
somewhere green. Yep, it's a new renumbering. Somewhere that's green. Sorry, no, they said somewhere green. Somewhere that's green. Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's head to our smaller publishers and see what we got.
Boy, I'm not interested in any of that. Let's see.
And of course, we're talking about the 5th week in the month. So.
Oh yeah, that explains a lot, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Good call. This is gonna be a rough one, Kyle. Oh, there it is. Floppy Cop's 2nd issue. We heard lots of good stuff about Floppy Cop's 1st issue that we derided. We derided and laughed at. Ha ha ha. Then people read it and they said it was hilarious. It was fantastic. It's gonna be super underordered, we assume. So grab issue 2.
There you go. Dark Red, number 3, from Aftershocks, a Tim Seeley book. I believe the first 2 both going back for 2nd printings. So pick this one up. A really cool cover on this one, too.
Yeah, it's a good book. I like it.
A lot of good Aftershock books, and this does not do anything different than those. Horror Comics, number 1, from Antarctic Press. It's kind of disgusting.
Yeah, I liked. I think I picked this up. I was excited about it.
Looks like a cheap takeoff of Ice Cream Man from Image.
Definitely.
Man, there's a lot of cheesecake coming out in this here 5th week.
We got Killer Groove #1.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit. Another Aftershock book by Ollie Masters.
Has it already come out, or
no? This comes out. This is coming out.
right? Okay.
We talked about it.
Well, we talked about it during FOC,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, because I ordered a copy and Justin ordered a copy on this one. So in 1970s Los Angeles, Johnny is one of thousands of musicians trying to make it big while working a crummy bar job and getting drunk with his whiskey-soaked PI friend Jackie. When Johnny gets tangled up with a local mob hitman, he not only finds a new and violent career, but maybe the inspiration for his music as well. From Ollie Masters, who we know from The Kitchen and Snowblind, and Ian Marone from Army of Darkness, James Bond, and Her Infernal Descent, comes the next rock and roll crime sensation with a beat that'll kill you dead.
The cover A for Rags #4 is going to be the one that people want. And
we got a cosplay? That's not a cosplay?
I think it's going to be the main cover, and I think I was going to pull the trigger on it, and then I didn't during FOC period for some reason, and I regret it.
It says cosplay variant. That's clearly not a cosplay variant.
Hey, but the main cover looks good.
I know. I want to see the cosplay. Rick and Morty #1, 50 issues special variant. We talked about all the different covers we were going to have for this. Reprints of issues 1 through 5 with brand new covers.
Sham Comics #1 looks. I love the concept of when a copyright runs out, and then the cartoonist takes public domain funny books and rewrites them. I think that's a great idea, and I'm looking forward to reading what he does with that.
We talked about Walk Through Hell 11 earlier. We have Walk Through Hell 10. And we have the Wailing Blade #1 from Comics Tribe by Rick Duke and Joe Mulvey. The Head Taker, a feared executioner and wielder of the legendary Wailing Blade, kills every man who meets his gaze.
And that is all, sir.
Alright, Drew, this is one of the podcasts where I say going out to your LCS on that there 5th week of the month, picking up the book that you think is going to be worth quite a bit. What are you going to make sure you get from your LCS?
I'm going to go with Sham #1.
Sham #1. I've forgotten all details about that. Okay, that's the Sham Comics one.
Yep.
Rags #4 will probably be a winner. I like the crossover variant, even though I cannot find the actual the cosplay variant. But we haven't actually seen the cover on that one. What was the other one I liked? Let's see here. I'm going to go straight up chalk and say, make sure you do not miss out on scrolling too fast. Far too fast.
This is what you waited for, folks.
Yes, yeah. So sorry we missed so many weeks. Batman Last Night on Earth #1. I'm just going to say, don't miss out on it. Make sure you jump on it. There will be a lot of them, but the last thing we had a lot of copies on the Black Label. Still was able to make some good money off of. So make sure you do it. And if you've already done it, go ahead and get one of the cover Bs as well, so you have one of each.
Very nice.
So we want to thank you for tagging along with Drew and myself as we're finally returned for episode number 510. So thank you once again, and make sure you send us your feedback. If there's something we missed on this 5th week, make sure you tell us what we missed. If you agree with us or think we had some good picks, or if there's anything we missed in the couple weeks we were gone that we need to know about, send us some feedback on the Twitters, the Instagrams, the Facebooks, Gmail accounts, or all these things that can be found at comicsforfunandprofit.com. We would very much...
comicsfunprofit.com.
Dang it, I wrote this down, but I lost that paper. comicsfunprofit.com. All this can be found. So until next week, for Drew and for myself, see ya.
How do you not know what our goddamn website is?
Vroom, vroom. I don't know.